Good morning, world history. Today is Tuesday, September 29th. Today we are going to finish up that chart for the Battle of Thermopylae document analysis that we started in class yesterday. So first you have a short warm-up to do on Edpuzzle, also like yesterday, to review information about the Battle of Thermopylae. So this is your warm-up for today. This is to recap what we talked about yesterday with our Nearpod lesson, a little bit about the background of the Battle of Thermopylae and the central historical question that we are trying to answer in our document analysis, which is how many Persian soldiers were there at the Battle of Thermopylae. This Edpuzzle has 2 multiple choice questions and 1 open-ended question. So yesterday in class, we completed the guiding questions for document A, which is Herodotus's account of the Battle of Thermopylae that was written many years after the battle happened. And as you'll recall, Herodotus got his information from interviewing Greek veterans of the Persian War. He did not interview Persian veterans, but he arrived at the number 2,317,610 Persian soldiers. So today we are going to compare Herodotus's account with 3 other accounts and seeing how those numbers compare. So we are going to answer just the same questions for these other 3 documents that we did for document A. What is the historian's background and when was the account written? According to the account, how many soldiers, Persian soldiers, were there at the Battle of Thermopylae? What evidence does the historian use to back up this claim? How did they arrive at that number? And finally, do you find the evidence reliable and convincing? Why or why not? As a reminder, it's not enough to just write yes or no. You need to explain why you are choosing that side. Yes, because, no, because. So document B is from a person named Ctesias, who was an ancient Greek physician who worked for the king of Persia. So it'll be interesting to see how another Greek person remembers this account, given the fact that he actually had worked for the Persian Empire. You'll remember Xerxes is the Persian king. So when you see that, Xerxes is the leader of Persia. That is also covered in your warm-up. Document C is from a modern historian named Ernle Bradford, and this account was published in 1980. So just because a source is a secondary source doesn't mean that it is not a good source. Another secondary source is your textbook. So just because something was written after the fact doesn't mean that it is invalid. So just keep that in mind when you are determining whether or not you trust the source. Think about who the author is and what their background is. Do you think that they have done their research? Do you think that they know what they're talking about? Last document is another secondary source written by another historian. This was written in 2006, really around the time that the movie 300 came out, because that is when there was a renewed interest in studying this particular event. So see what the secondary sources have to say compared to the sources that were made in the closer to that time. So on Thursday, you are going to have a short vocabulary quiz on the ancient Greece Memorize. So today, even though that assignment has already been due, I would like you to review those terms. Tomorrow in class, we will do a response to the Battle of Thermopylae guiding questions, just like we did for the Athenian democracy questions. And we'll also do a Kahoot review to prepare you for your quiz. Office hours are from 3 to 4 today. If you need to check in with me about anything, if you need any help, if you have any questions on the assignment, please feel free to stop by. And also throughout the day, I am available on Remind through email and also can be available through Google Meet if you need. Take care, world history, and I will see you live tomorrow.